If you store a Pokemon in the PC, does it become a Digimon? That's a very good question. So if Sylveon, Gardevoir, Marill, and Jigglypuff are fairy types, then why isn't Clefairy a fairy type? It is. If Onix is weak against water, does it hurt when he drinks it? Well, in all seriousness, we don't know that Onix do drink water. If you use Dragon Rage on a dragon type, is it still super effective?
Wrong. Look it up.
I looked it up. No. If a flying Pokemon can only fly to Pokemon Centers, does that mean Pokemon couldn't fly at all before there were Pokemon Centers? Obviously, Pokemon could fly before there were Pokemon Centers. It's just that I assume there are laws about where you can fly to. Or maybe it's just convenient, you know? Maybe a Pokemon Center is just the most convenient place to fly to. Obviously. Why isn't Cut super effective against grass Pokemon? Because Cut is a normal type move. But this is a good question. If you can catch new Pokemon in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, were they actually already there to begin with? Were those Pokemon from Hoenn and Sinnoh that we can find in Johto in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, were they there to begin with, hiding somewhere in the darkness back in the original Gold and Silver? Maybe they were actually there to begin with, and you gotta accept it and get used to it. If Juana's white Pokedex entry specifically mentions that it attacks with its bill, then how come the only attack involving a beak it can learn is Pluck via TM? Who cares? How is Magneton 132 pounds when it's made of 3 Magnemite that are only 13 pounds each? Pokemon Go has proven that not all Pokemon are the same size and weight. Any weight and height you see in the Pokedex is an average. If Magneton was actually 3 Magnemite, then how do you explain your Magnemite leveling up and turning into a Magneton, where there's no other Magnemite for it to fuse with? Do Pokemon say their names, or are they named after what they say? Oh man, the oldest question since episode 1. Human discovers Pokemon. Pokemon makes sound. The sound is its cry. Human names it after its cry. Pokemon says Pikachu. Human names it Pikachu. Pokemon says Mew. Human names it Mew. Though, of course, there's exceptions, and I wish they did none of them. Pokemon should never have had the gimmick of saying their names. It's one of the worst decisions Pokemon, the company, could have ever made. This was a mistake. So how does Meowth speak human? What if the Pokemon TV show was actually about a kid named Ash who has been recovering in a hospital from an accident, and the show takes perspective of the dreams he was having from his unhealthy addiction to Pokemon Go? It was fun until it wasn't. Oh boy, if a Ditto can breed with any Pokemon except a Ditto, then how are Dittos made? Yeah, where do Dittos come from? How do Dittos reproduce? Where do more Dittos come from? A Ditto can just split into 2 Dittos. This has never been observed. This has never been demonstrated, but it's a viable theory. Another theory is that Dittos live forever, and they don't need to reproduce. We'll never know. Why do so many Pokedex pages describe how a Pokemon catches its prey, while you never see a Pokemon eating another Pokemon? Yeah, this is another serious topic. Yeah, we know from Pokedex entries that lots of Pokemon are carnivorous, to put it lightly. Obviously, there has to be predators, you know, it makes no sense that Pokemon are vegetarian. Look at the teeth on this Archeops. I mean, seriously. Now, here's why you never see Pokemon eating another Pokemon. Because Pokemon in the wild hide in the grass and you can't see them. And Pokemon in your party, well, they don't have to eat each other. They can just eat what you give them. They're domesticated. Do humans eat Pokemon? Man, this is getting off topic. I think yes, Pokemon are eaten by humans. Because, why not? It makes no sense for them to eat Pokemon, but it makes no sense for them to not eat Pokemon. So we'll just assume that they do eat Pokemon, but not think about it too much, okay? If a Cubone always wears the skull of its mother, then shouldn't the fertility rate be below 2 and the species extinct? Yeah. Statistics aside, it makes no sense for Cubone to be born with its mother's skull. In the video game, if you breed a Cubone, it's already wearing the skull. But its mother is still in the daycare. She bred him with another Pokemon. The baby was hatched from the egg with its mother's skull on. The Pokedex says it's its mother's skull. Pokemon, this is a mistake. They can't explain where that skull comes from. Is it not even a skull? Is it just an exoskeleton on its head? Or does its mother give it its grandmother's skull when it's born, and then when the mother dies, he may not even need his mother's skull? Why not? Why does the skull have to actually be its mother's skull? Maybe it's actually the skull of one of his ancestors that are dead, because obviously his mother can't be dead when he's born because his mother had to make him. It makes no sense for every Cubone to have a dead mother, because then they would be extinct. So yeah, Pokemon messed up. This applies to Kangaskhan as well. If Phantump are spirits of dead children, does that mean every time we breed a Phantump, a child dies? Someone went too far when they made this, but I can answer it without a problem. It's not that difficult. Phantump are not the spirits of dead children. That's a myth that we have busted, because we're Mythbusters. I don't own Mythbusters. I hope it was at least stimulating for your brains. Please like and subscribe, share with a friend, leave a comment down below, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time.
Go away, fat man.